Alright guys, here we are. A couple of days of shed hunting here. I've been waiting for this weekend for quite a while now. Planning on walking a lot, some of the best spots the next 2 days. Hopefully looking for some big sheds, a couple big deer that I'm looking for. Don't know how many I'll actually pick up the next 2 days. I don't care as long as I pick up some of these big ones, but got my work cut out for me. Pouring down rain. Gonna be a miserable walk today, but honestly, I'd prefer this over super sunny. These antlers should really pop as long as I can, maneuver up some of these, big hills and big ridges. I gotta be safe like that. I don't wanna be slipping. But yeah, so we're looking for a really, really nice buck. If I could pick up his right side, it might be one of my biggest antlers of all time. It'll be close. But man, I don't care, as long as if I can find one of these big deer, it'd be awesome. But all right guys, we'll see. Got a couple of days worth of walking here, hoping to put on close to 20 miles. Don't know if I'll get there, but we're gonna go into some remote stuff, stuff that I don't know how often people even get to, and that's where these big boys are at. So we'll see, guys. Wish me luck. Hopefully I can bring something to video here for you. All right guys, this is what I'm seeing. Obviously there was a dead deer here somewhere. I've been looking around for the head just to see what it is, and then I find its jaw. And I can tell just by the amount of teeth and very, very little dentine on the cusps, especially the inside cusps, that it's a really young deer. Really young deer, so no point in even trying to find the head on that one. All right, let's keep going. Check out this bed right here. Worn down to the dirt. I don't know if you can see, but it's actually kind of bowled out a little bit. Right on the edge. Just a little bit of cover around. First tier from the top. All by itself, just looking over everything. Good chance that's where a mature deer likes to lay right there. Cool. Well, I was just getting ready to say, I don't usually walk these lower tiers just because I don't find much. I don't find many sheds on the lower tiers or in the bottoms, because the only thing I usually find in the bottoms are occasionally little shed or deadhead. And man, I look down and there's a stud. There's a stud dead. Yeah, man, that's a stud. And I hope it's not the big boy I'm looking for, though. I'm not sure who it is, but let's go check it out. I really don't feel like wasting half my day for the game warden to come out. What I may do is call him and come back here eventually and get it. But man, it looks like a dandy from here. Dang. Let's go check him out. Sucks. I was just getting ready to say, the only thing I find in the bottoms are usually deadheads or, little guys. All right, making my way down. Yeah, just a stud slammer. God dang it. I hate finding deadheads. I don't care how big they are. I'm just interested to see if I know who he is. I don't know. That's a toad, man. That is a toad. I mean, I'm on public land, so I don't know all the deer are down here, but it is soaked. That is an absolute toad. Not even gonna lie. Ooh boy. Slammer. God dang, man. God dang. Absolute slammer. Not the buck I was looking for either. Wow. What a shame. What an absolute shame. Look at that deer. God dang. Stud. Stud. I'd say he died fairly recent too. I was just getting ready to say that I don't even pick up deadheads half the time because I don't feel like dealing with calling the game warden, but he's big enough that I might need to. I might take him out of here. Dang. I mean, he hasn't been laying here all that long. What a stud, man. God dang. Well, I'm still walking out here. You know, I left that deadhead where it's at. Told some people about it. If they want to go get it, they can get it. I just don't got time to deal with, you know, getting the game warden out here. You know, no offense to them, but there's only like one game warden per county right now. So I just don't have all day to be waiting around for them. So I gotta do some more shed hunting. So we'll see what happens with that deadhead. So I lied. I do actually, pretty sure I know that buck. We get back to the cabin, I'll show you probably a shed off of him that we picked up last year. Had some pictures of him last year, but I had not seen him at all this year. So quite the surprise. Didn't know he was even still alive. And you know, I'm still walking this last bit here to try to find this big buck. And again, with this big buck, I don't even know if he's alive either, honestly. I haven't had a picture of him since November. So he could be the same as that buck, or somebody could have got him. Or he could be, you know, he could be just around the next bend, or he could have been just a tier below me. It's just, that's how shed hunting goes. You know, I try to put myself in the best positions, you know, to pick them up where I know that they like to hang out at, and you know, where these deer like to drop their sheds in these big woods. But at the end of the day, it's finding a needle in a haystack. And people don't realize how hard this is to find sheds in this type of terrain. You know, it's physically taxing, but you know, the whole area is a food source. So I mean, these sheds could literally be anywhere. And the deer density down here is not real good, so you're not picking up very many sheds. So it can get pretty disheartening walking these foothills of the Appalachian Mountains down here in southern Ohio. So let's keep going. You know, this is the part that people don't see. They see the end results of, you know, a nice buck being killed, but they don't see this. I'm scouting looking for sheds right now. Absolute downpour. You know what? I don't care. This is what I live for right here. But I mean, I'm soaked. Man, we're, what is it, like March 4th or 5th today? We're going to talk about a fresh scrape. This is not far from where I found that big shed last year, the big split brow. This is his area. Don't know if I'll pick up a shed here, but this is definitely his area. But yeah, cool. Real fresh scrape. So literally within minutes of me showing you that scrape, I looked down and I think we got our first shed of the day. I look down and this is just what I see. Lying right there. Looks like a decent little shed. Looks like a big brow tine. Let's go see what he is. Alright, let's walk up to it here. Nice to actually find a shed after finding that deadhead, man. I was like bummed about that. Yep, we got us one. Got us a shed. I don't know if it's an old one. No, it's a freshie. It's a freshie. Nice, can't complain about that. Nothing huge. Good brow on him. Nice little brow, young deer. Young buck. Yeah, fairly fresh. Cool. Cool. Luckily the rain stopped a little bit for me, so make it a little more tolerable, but really hoping to find this big boy shed. And that was not the deadhead that I found. This is a different buck that I'm looking for. Alright, let's pick it up. Almost didn't come down here. I'm glad I did. Yeah, it'll do. It's a shed. Freshy too. Yeah, almost didn't come down here. I'm kind of low. But actually, right up on top is where I found that giant shed last year, or that real big shed with the big split brow. And that's who I'm looking for currently. I'm in his area, but alright, let's keep going. Cool. So as you can see, I just dropped down from that tier, and I did jump a deer when I was walking up, and you can see it was laying right here. You can see its outline. And there's some hair laying right there too. So you can see, compared to this bench kind of goes over there. They like to lay more towards the outer edge, you know, so they can get a visual of anything up top a little better. And this deer was by itself, so I don't know, it could have been a little buck. I don't know. He didn't have antlers, but could have been a little shed buck. But, you know, also laying here, they can kind of see more down. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for bed-wise, and, you know, here in this type of terrain. This big boy rub right here. Scrape, overhanging branch. Yep. Nice rub right there. See, that's a good sized tree too. Nice. I don't think he's anywhere close here currently though. I haven't had pictures. I think I know what buck was hitting that quite a bit. Haven't had pictures of him since gun season, but never know, I guess. One other thing, got my stocking cap on. It's getting cold, real windy up here now. And now everything's wet. Also, I'm gonna throw up a clip of picking up a shed. It was actually like right at gun season. We were looking for my brother's buck that he hit. So if you have seen our deer camp video, you may have seen it. But we were looking for his crab claw buck that he hit during like 2 days before gun season. And as we were looking, we were grid searching. I did pick up a pretty nice shed, deer that I had some history with. So I'm gonna throw that clip up here real quick. Oh, out here tracking my brother's deer, and did find a shed. I know which deer this is. Yeah. This is, look at that. Cool looking shed. I'm trying to think, which deer is this? Is this I mean, this is the sticker buck, I believe. But yep, shed's just laying there. I believe that's a sticker buck though. Cool. Out here just still doing some shed hunting, apparently. But looking for some antlers that are intact. It's cool. Cool shed. Wish I would have found it last year though. Or it might be 2 years old, I'm not even sure. Alright guys, well good morning. It is day 2 here. Just starting to walk a couple hillsides, and it's only 7:30, and I think we got our first shed of the morning in a spot that I've never found a shed on this entire hillside, so this is cool. Let's check it out here. This is just where I'm at. Just walking this little bench. It's starting to peter out on me. I look down, and this is what I see sticking up. Can't even focus. I don't think you can probably see that. That's what I see sticking up. Pretty sure that's a shed. Yeah,
this is the shed I'm thinking of, it's gonna be amazing that I found this. And it's not that big of a one, but alright, let's walk down and grab her. You can see that probably was just walking this and shook it off, and it probably tumbled down the hill here. I think if it's this little 8 that I've been seeing for a while, and I think it is. Yes, sir. Another freshie. Cool. Not gonna lie, I really did not expect to find one right here. Alright, let's pick it up here. Not gonna lie, this really kind of boosted my morale this morning, because I was really thinking, oh, yeah, I think that's him. Nice little brow on him. I think that's him. He's been all over the place. He's been like half mile up over this way, half mile down that direction. So literally the only tier I'm walking, I really wasn't thinking I'd pick one up here. I was just gonna get to another spot, and I'm pretty sure that's him. Crazy that I found that. I was looking like a good mile over that way, and I was thinking I could potentially pick up that way. So that just goes to show you, with these deer down here in this terrain, man, trying to find these sheds, I mean, they can be anywhere, and it's not easy to find them. But cool. Yeah, not gonna lie, great start here for the morning. Oof, kind of had a bad, it's not what you want to see when they drop, but okay, let's keep walking. Alright guys, well, we're only 15 minutes later. I dropped down to a next tier. This is a place that this whole hill I've kind of neglected over the last couple years, and I'm just walking this big wide open flat. I don't know if you can see, it's real wide, one of the wider flats you're gonna see, and I've actually don't know if I've ever really walked it shed wise, and I was just getting ready to say, like, I could find maybe an old one here, and I walk up and here's an old one laying right here. It's really chewed, it's super old. I literally almost stepped on it. Don't know if I'll even keep it, but cool. Man, yeah. Definitely a good little start. At least I'm finding some stuff. Now I just want to find some big stuff, but we'll see what this thing looks like here. Alright, let's pick it up. It's super old, super chewed. I don't know if I recognize what deer this is. Man, he's got some crazy mass on him, though. Crazy mass for, I mean, it's a young deer, but got a lot of good mass. I wonder how high those tines were. I actually think I know this deer, and we're talking like 5 years ago, 5 to 6 years ago. Really, you know, real old antler. Alright, well, it's cool. I was literally just thinking I could find an old one on this flat, because I've never really walked it. Alright, I might have to check this area a little bit more just to make sure. But, okay. Well, we'll keep going. I haven't even made it to the spot that I wanted to make it to yet. So I just picked up that old green one. Big old scrape up here, and there's another one over there. It's a nice little flat. This flat gets more attention than what I thought, and what we really thought in the past. So let's keep going. A lot of sign, a lot of beds on this flat too. Alright, well, I'm just getting really lucky this morning, just traveling the right paths, but there's a nice little creek that runs right here. And I could see this from the opposite side of the bank. I don't know if it's either a shed or maybe it's broke off. But yeah, I could see from the other side, so a lot of little stuff. Let's pick it up. Oh no, it's a shed, I believe. Yeah. It's a little shed. I don't know if it's this year's or not. Yeah, it looks like this year's. It's fairly fresh. Cool. Alright, let's pick this little dude up. Just a little guy. I think I have pictures of this deer, actually. I think I do. Alright. Let's add him to the pack. Let's see what else we can find. Hopefully something with some size. That's what I want. Something with some size, but I'm finding sheds, so I can't complain too much. Well, there's the sunset right there. I've been walking nonstop. I've done probably close to 10 miles today. I've covered a lot of area, but it's just me, just hitting some tiers that I think these big deer could be at. I'll say that this is kind of an odd year. Haven't had much of a winter. So also we had a really bad acorn crop down here this year. So these sheds, I'm hearing people find a lot of them out in green pastures, and that's where some of these could be. I mean, that's where I've been finding them at the other property, just out in the food plots. So just a little bit different this year. But I did spend a lot of time in that one area looking for that big buck that he could be dead. I could have been looking for a ghost. Who knows? Found that cool deadhead. As much as I don't like to find those or deal with those, that was cool to see how big that deer got. But didn't close the chapter on him. But yep, so we're pretty much done here. I got a lot of little spots I want to hit. I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting to be kind of a shed snob, but I want to find the big ones. I know I'm missing some little ones here and there because I'm not walking at all. I'm just walking where I think these big ones are at. So I'm not going for numbers here. I was just going for size. And there's really on a lot of these properties or a lot of this area that I have access to, there's nothing real big. I didn't really have any eyes on anything big late in the season here. So it's like stuff that I normally walk. I almost don't feel like walking it just because not really anything I'm super interested in finding size-wise. So I don't know if I'll even hit some of these spots. Try to focus on other spots where there could be bigger deer, but we'll see. I was hoping to pick up at least one more, but it is what it is. Welcome to the big woods. But all right, see what happens.